Beats motherfucking whistle. Antonio Pierce is a motherfucking head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's been officiated. Adam Schefter tweeted it out. It's finally happening. It's finally legit. It's finally legit, y'all. It's finally legit. Like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this moment for a cool minute. I've been waiting for this. I've been like losing sleep over this shit. Oh, finally. Now, the fuck's up with Champ Kelly? Now we hired the head coach before we hired the GM. Wasn't what I was expecting. I really thought we were gonna get Champ in here first and then get AP. But hey, it could be back to back. They could be announcing it right now. Could be out here getting everything ready. Sorry, I was just like eating all like crusted up and shit. Damn, I just seen the info. Yo, Manny V. Yee. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in, brother. AP, the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, y'all. Hey, we got what we wanted. We got what we wanted now. It's just up to Champ now, or Ed Dodds, whoever the fuck we got. Well, Max Crosby can shut up. Devontae's gonna stay. What do we do with now? Now it's got to be Jaden Daniels. Trade up number 2. See, because I think the Bears are gonna take Caleb Williams. The Patriots will move up and take Drake May. We'll have to move up to number 3, and we'll have to take Jaden Daniels. I don't know who the Falcons are going to get. The Falcons will probably get stuck with like Spencer Rattler or some shit. Boom. And there's the Mitchell Renz post. I low-key just wanted to get on here and try and get on before some of like the main dudes. Because like I really seen that shit pop up like just immediately. And I've been waiting for it. I've been itching for it. And so I was like, man, I'm going to pop on this live before I see some Mitchell Renz up on Twitter. And I still don't see no Mitchell Renz up on YouTube yet because I'd get that notification too popping up. So I'm breaking the news right here for y'all on YouTube. AP is the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And yeah, I just messed up. Hit my phone right there. My bad. But yes, AP just broke the news minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, probably. I think it was 12:31, 12:32 exactly. When I saw Adam Schefter tweet it out, Ian Rappaport tweeted out, it's official, like a referee's motherfucking whistle, y'all. Now it's all about the GM race, the quarterback. Ooh, I'm already excited for some Raiders football. All right. And hey, to be honest, y'all, I haven't even made like no videos or nothing because I didn't want to make another video about, we're going to hire AP. It's going to be somebody else. No, we already fucking too much games. Too many games going on. Too big of a mess. Now we have a little bit of solidarity. Now we can make videos about something solid. No more like guessing and wishing and wanting and stuff. It's like everybody wanted all these people and all these things, but you can't make a plan out of fucking nothing. You know, you need some evidence. And evidently, as Vincent Bonsignor just tweeted out, as expected, Antonio Pierce is now the head coach. Yup, you heard. I'm supposed to be doing homework and shit right now. I'm supposed to be doing a ton of other shit. I got sponsorabilities. You know what? Hey, Manny V had to come in here. He got sponsorabilities. He popped in and said, what's up? And I appreciate everyone over here who's also got sponsorabilities, who just kind of happened to see that Antonio Pierce is the head coach. And if y'all just came up in here so we can all celebrate. It's just all about celebrating. I'm stoked as fuck. It's dope. I feel like a weight has been like lifted off my shoulders. I feel like I can breathe. I'm still worried about the GM. I'm still worried about the quarterback, but those are regular problems, kind of, ish, sort of. They're more regular problems. They're regular problems. You feel me? It's a good problem to have. Are we gonna trade up, get this quarterback, dude? If we can magically convince the Bears. And if anyone's going to convince the Bears, it's going to be Champ Kelly. Champ Kelly is going to convince Ryan Poles to let us get that first round, that number one overall. Get that Caleb Williams sweepstakes with the Cliff Kingsbury. Get exactly what everybody's been talking about because everybody knows it's going to be fucking dangerous. And that's the Al Davis way. Al Davis would have done some shit like that. He would have just said, hey, oh, you know we're going to do this? Cool. Yeah, we're going to do it. And then fuck you too because we did it. That's some Al Davis shit. I like that. Woo! I can't believe this. I can't believe this. About fucking time though, for real. Been waiting. The wait's over. The wait is fucking over. Now we're going to the new wait. We're gonna play the new waiting game. You can actually watch quarterbacks. Well, there's only one quarterback to really watch now. There's only one quarterback to really go after besides Caleb Williams. If you're not going for Caleb Williams, it's Jaden Daniels. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Now the narratives are clearer. Now the narratives make sense. Now you can actually create a story and there's evidence to be like, oh yeah, that actually might play out. There's too many stories with too little evidence for any one of them to have a speaking voice. And that's why Max had to come up in here and he had to say, hey, we want AP. And he made it very clear, if you don't, I'm a go. Now he didn't say if y'all don't keep Champ and AP, I'm requesting a trade. He said, hey Champ, sorry brother. Hey Champ, sorry brother, you're not my guy. Hey Champ, you're all right, but AP's my guy. He said, AP? Oh nah. You know what? I mean, he didn't really say Patrick Graham could go. I mean, he did say he wants Patrick Graham to stay and Rob Leonard and that whole defensive coordinator staff. Because they have to. That's how you get continuity. But I'll tell you, he may have said Champ, but it was definitely an afterthought. The whole thing that everybody took away from that was AP. If AP isn't hired, then Max is going to leave. It wasn't, oh, if AP and Champ and Patrick Graham and everybody else isn't kept, then we're going to leave. I'm sure Max would have been okay with PG getting a head coaching job because he's going to be happy for him. That's a great opportunity. You can't just turn that down, no matter how bad the continuity and stuff is. And if Patrick Graham would have turned that down to stick with the Raiders, that's hey, that's a stand up dude. That's a stand up dude for real. You know, if he would have stayed with us either way, you know, and he's got interviews, but I mean, he probably sees what the Chargers are doing over there. He probably knows the Spanos family. He doesn't want nothing to do with that. So, hey, stick over here in Vegas. Sorry, I'm gonna clean this off, yo. I was just so excited. I just had to go and throw up on this live real quick. Not throw up on it, shit, but I had to throw this live up real quick. Man, I'm just way too stoked about this. Las Vegas Raiders hire Antonio Pierce to be their head coach. Now I just can't wait to see the contract details. Can't wait to see how long, basically how long they give him. How big of a shot? Probably 2 years. I bet it's 2 years, maybe 3. Probably 5 to 7 million a year, maybe 8. I don't think he's getting that 10-year mark, that 10 million a year mark, even if it is only a 2-year deal. He's gonna see what he's got. Mark's gonna see what he's got. I am excited as hell, y'all. I don't know about y'all. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody watching this later on a later date. Just catching the reactions of what's going on. What's up, Greg Atkins? Yup, let's go. Let's go. We out here now. I had to come outside. Everybody's inside, doing shit, being all quiet. Everyone's on the phone. I was like, I'm about to get loud. I'm about to say, Raiders! Let the whole neighborhood motherfucking know. Gonna let the neighborhood know that the Raiders have chosen their head coach. Oh yeah, sorry for all you headphone users. My bad. Hey, yep. Shout out to you, Greg Atkins. Yep, just lost hella people just from yelling in there. My bad. I probably should have warned y'all. Hey, but such is life in the fast lane. It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders' life. If you wasn't ready for it, then you ain't a Raider. No, I'm just kidding. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. But man, let's just see. Let's just see. Thank you, little baby Jesus. Don't even know a word yet. Hired AP. Mitchell Renz just tweeted out. That's some. We're just waiting on the champ news. Where's the news for champ? Waiting on the news, and then we can really do some mock drafts. We can really break down, because the important thing when you're doing mock drafts is you're looking at relationships. The whole reason about doing a mock draft is because if somebody does a mock draft with no trade, that's the stupidest shit. That's not a real mock draft. When have you ever seen no trades going down? Like none, not a single. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. People are. It's a game. It's a game. People are fucking moving up and switching and trying to get to different spots. People are trying to level up. It's all about getting over on the guy that got over on you last year. Oh, I'm gonna get this guy now. All right, so do it, and you can do that by looking at relationships of people, where people have been, and now that we have AP, that's what makes it a lot easier to say who the Raiders quarterback could be going forward. We already know AP sticks up for AOC. We already know that. But Jaden Daniels has been hanging around the Raiders. He's been talking about the Raiders. He's been talking about Vegas. And his pro comp, in my opinion, is kind of like Lamar Jackson. He definitely needs to hit the weight room. Dude needs to put on some muscle, build up, like bulk up a little bit. I don't think he's going to be taking any NFL hits and standing up anytime soon. So it's a good thing he was learning those slides and getting his getting those getting his vision up. He's got to be able to protect himself out there. So Jaden Daniels can throw the ball pretty good. If we're throwing it to a Devontae Adams, and Devontae's already talking about, hey, I like Jaden Daniels. Of course he likes Jaden Daniels. He's been around the locker room. He's like, he understands how mature and poised this kid is. I think Raider Nation is finally getting what we wanted. We're finally getting everything that we've been talking about. And you know what? And I seen somebody tweet out, and it was some NFL guy. He tweeted out some shit the other day and said Mark Davis is being bullied by the players and the franchise into hiring this coach. And you know what? You know what the fuck I tweeted back at him? I was like, bullied? Really? A billionaire bullied by the people that he pays and the people that pay him? I don't think so. I don't think he's being bullied to do anything at all. He could give a fuck about what Raider Nation says, what Max Crosby says. He loves Max Crosby as a person, and I'm sure he really took into consideration what he said. But Mark's gonna do what the fuck he wants to do at the end of the day. He's not being bullied into shit. The dude's a billionaire. The dude owns a franchise worth billions of dollars. That's just one of them. He also owns another one. I don't know how much they're worth, but they're probably worth millions at least. Lots of millions, maybe hundreds of millions. They make a lot of money, I'm sure. And if the dude was smart, he'd hop on a little piece of the A's, and he'd hop on a little piece of anything that's around up in there in Vegas, like on the Golden Knights. But that's for another story. My point is, Mark Davis is going to do what the fuck Mark Davis is going to do. He didn't get bullied into doing a damn thing. He kind of had to sit there and smarten up. Smarten up. You know what I'm saying? He had to smarten up and figure out, oh, yeah, I fucked up last time. I fucked up last time when I let that guy go that everybody wanted, that had all this continuity in the locker room. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I fucked up. So this time, smartened up, and he went ahead with the guy that was. It's just because you went with the obvious choice doesn't mean that you got bullied into something. Just because everybody's talking about the obvious choice doesn't mean that you got bullied into making a decision that you weren't already going to make anyway. Just because everybody else could read and predict what decision you were going to make because it was the right one to make doesn't make it the wrong decision. And I feel like that's why Mark Davis second guesses himself all the time and has to look to Tom Brady and fucking and Ron Wolf and whoever the fuck else happens to be walking through the Raiders building that day, because he just wants to be sure. He's so like, I'm not my dad, and he just wants the Raiders to be good. I get it. But he needs to be confident in himself. And I think somebody told him that, and he just made the right decision. But that's why it took so long. Somebody had to convince Mark, hey, it's okay. You're making this decision. You're making this decision because you're going to make it. I can tell you this, and you're either going to make it or you're not. That's all it is. That's all it is. But Mark Davis, if you happen to see this, if you're watching this, I appreciate you for doing the right thing. See, police is coming out for me because I was out here screaming Raiders. Bunch of Niner fans around here. Garbage. It's all right. They know I'm just one lonely Raider fan in a sea of Niners fans. They have bigger problems. But no, in all seriousness, Mark Davis, thank you for making the right decision. Thank you for not feeling like you were bullied into making this decision because it was the right one to do. And thank you for smartening up and making right the wrongs that you had previously done. Hopefully, this is the beginning of wiping away the 20 years of failure since you have fired Hugh Jackson and brought on Reggie McKenzie. One of the worst moves you could have ever made, going against Amy Trask, going against the planning that she and Al had set up, hiring Hugh, making sure that Jason Campbell and Carson Palmer were going to be the quarterbacks to get you set up, and bringing in Terrell Pryor. That was like, it all fumbled and failed because Dennis Allen came in and that dude was never a Raider. Mark Davis let a former Raider who had more, like, honestly, if you think about it, this might be kind of fucked up. Reggie McKenzie is literally to the Packers as Josh McDaniels was to the Patriots. I bet if you talk shit about the Packers, Reggie McKenzie would say, hey, don't talk shit about the Packers like that. I bet it was that type of vibe with him because he didn't ever really feel like a Raider bringing in Dennis Allen. He's like, yeah, I want my guy. I'm going to bring in my guy. And he'd already been with the Saints. Dennis had. And so he brings him over. And if you watch that press conference, the way that Dennis is talking, Dennis is scared of the reporters. If he was scared of the reporters, how do you think he was around the players? I bet he was like a little chihuahua with his tail in between his legs. It's terrible. So you fired Hugh Jackson for going 8-8. You bring in Dennis Allen, who goes 4-12. So instead of firing him, you say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back, okay?" So you run it back with Dennis Allen. He does the same damn thing, 4-12 again. How the fuck do you do that? Ah, you know what? Now that rant's out of the way, that was the beginning of just pure Raiders terrible. Like it's just terrible. It's just terrible. I just remember in high school, like, I had a buddy who's like, who knows way, way more. He might be in here, fucking Curb Dog Sports. He knows everything there is to know about the Raiders. Put me on everything that I know, and just put me on this track track that I'm on right now with the Raiders. And for real, it was tough. It was tough. I was like, man, how do you do this, bruh? But for real, I understand. I understand. I understand now. And to look back at the history of everything that has happened, from the passing of Al Davis until now, I feel like the gears are starting to click in a different way, because I think Mark had this whole other plan when he took over. He had this whole other vision. He said, I'm going to do it this way. We're not doing it Amy's way. We're not doing it Al's way. We're doing it my way. It's going to be my team now. Boom. He tried to make a statement, and it flopped real bad. unfortunately. But hey, the gears are turning in a different way. He's got the right people kind of around him, and most importantly, he's learned from his mistakes. It just sucks that he's had to make so many of them. But hopefully, I just I'm feeling a little bit of that Cowboys trio magic. Not the Cowboys shit that we just saw like last week or whatever. Not them Cowboys. I'm talking about the Cowboys from the '90s that went and freaking won those three in a row. I'm feeling one of those for us. I'm feeling one of those for us right now. I'm feeling like a little hey, because I said in one of my previous videos, AP gets this job, give him 3 years. The Raiders will be winning a Super Bowl, hoisting a Lombardi trophy. 3 years. So starting this season, year one, last season didn't count. Obviously, that did not count. That was a trial run of, hey, can you pick up the pieces? And he picked them up, average white band style, picked them up, right, jamming. So now 3 years, starting from the 2024 season, Raiders going to be hoisting at least one Lombardi, and after that, after they get that one, they're going to hold three within a decade. Raiders will win three after winning that first one within 10 years. It'll take 1 decade. Boom. I'm just calling it right here on the live right now. It's coming to me. The universe is telling me the satellites are popping that into my head. The script writers are writing it right now. And I just happen to intercept the feed telepathically with my mind. I'm reaching out there with my mind, grabbing it. And there it is. There it is. 10 years, within 10 years, 3 Super Bowls for the Raiders, starting the first one within 3 years. Antonio Pierce. He's the dude. I don't give a shit who's a quarterback. I don't care if it's Justin Fields. I don't give a shit if it's Russell Wilson. I don't give a shit if it's Drake May. Okay, actually, I do give a shit if it's Spencer Rattler, JJ McCarthy. I don't want. I thought I wanted Michael Penix Jr., but he's a black Jimmy G slash RG3. I don't know, and I really can't. Yeah, I can't. Maybe that Cam Ward kid. I don't know. He might be a good backup or something. I don't know why people are hyping that kid up so much. Well, all right, y'all. Thanks for tuning into the Highlight Hendo Network live stream. Just announcing that Antonio Pierce has been named the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. We're still waiting on some GM news. It's going to be exciting here going into the draft, going into the combine, watching pro days. Now we know who's pro day to watch. Still going to be a huge showdown to figure out who's going to move up to where. I think if we don't move up to number one for Caleb, we can be safe and move into number three and still get Jaden Daniels, because I think unless Atlanta moves up to number two to get him, we might be all right. But I'm just trying to save a little bit of draft capital for us. But there's no guarantees, no lockdowns, nothing. If we want to lock it down, we're gonna have to give it up. So, alrighty, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out some videos I made. I made a video basically kind of predicting what the fuck was going to be happening here, and I kind of predicted AP and Champ Kelly were going to get the job. You can double check out my last video. Let me know if I was right. Let me know if I was wrong. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Until the next one, peace.